Hello there, guys. Welcome back to episode 4 of Football Mastermind. Today, we've got our second special guest on the show. It's none other than the very special Terry Sazio, chairman and president of the Chelsea Echo on YouTube and on blog, which I also write for. We're very excited to get you on, Terry. How are you doing, mate?
I'm doing well, Tom. Thank you for allowing me to come on the show today. It's much appreciated.
Pleasure's completely ours, mate. And I've got to ask you before we get cracking, what is your specialist subject?
My specialist subject is Chelsea under the Roman Abramovich era.
So I'll hand you over to Josh for your 2 minutes on this specialist subject. Enjoy.
Yeah, so welcome, Terry. And as you'll know from Tom's episode, that we don't make life easy for our guests. Well, I don't anyway when it comes to these specialist subjects. I think Tom's a bit kinder when it comes to the general knowledge. But yeah, I guess we're all on a level playing field here. Let's see how you get on. And if you're ready, we can kick off. So you ready, Terry?
Yep, let's go with it, mate.
Let's go. 3, 2, 1, and we're off. Who scored Chelsea's first Premier League goal of the Roman Abramovich era?
That was Jimmy Floyd. No, that was Juan Sebastian Ferron.
Correct. Who tied with Frank Lampard as Chelsea's top scorer in the Premier League in the 2011-12 season?
Ooh. Flora Malouda?
Daniel Sturridge. How many Italians have been hired by Roman Abramovich to manage Chelsea?
Ranieri, Conte, Sarri, Di Matteo. 4.
Correct. In November 2008, Chelsea lost in a penalty shootout in the 4th round of the League Cup against which club?
Everton?
Burnley. Who was Chelsea's Player of the Year in 2011?
Ooh, 2011. Juan Mata.
Petr Cech. Who was Chelsea's most expensive signing during the 2003-04 season?
2003-04.
Yes.
Hernan Crespo.
Damien Duff. Who was Chelsea's first caretaker manager of the Roman Abramovich era?
Ray Wilkins.
Correct. Upon his return to Chelsea in the 2015-16 season, Guus Hiddink set a new record for the longest unbeaten streak as a new manager in the Premier League, surpassing the record set by whom in the 1993-94 season?
Pass.
Frank Clark. And last question, that's the time, so I've started, so I'll finish. Who was the first Englishman signed by Chelsea during the Roman Abramovich era?
Glenn Johnson.
Correct. So after round 1, the specialist subject round, you've scored 4 points.
Well done, mate. That's first round done. You're almost halfway to Matisse, was our first guest on 8. What would you say? What are you looking at in the next round, mate? What's your target score?
As long as I get double figures, I'll be happy.
Fair play, mate.
Get that number 1 spot in the leaderboard.
Yeah. Well, I only just got into that, mate. But I'm sure as founder of the Echo, you need to be up there, mate. And
of course.
As a special guest, what was it for you that got you into the Chelsea Echo and sort of Chelsea fan media?
I've always had a passion for writing, and I've been a Chelsea fan pretty much since I first kicked a ball when I was a little boy. And it was almost like the perfect storm sort of thing, being able to write for a living about the team you love for a living.
Yeah.
What more else can you really want, really?
And do you remember your first time at the Bridge?
Yes, my first time at the Bridge was actually for my brother's mascot. It was the mascot for Chelsea back in 1989. So I've been there to the bridge for a long time. I'm definitely not one of these fans that have just turned up because we've started winning trophies, shall we say.
So what would you make of the Roman Abramovich era? Because obviously, being a fan before he took over and before all the success took over, to what extent would you say that he has changed the dynamic at Stamford Bridge, not just in a positive way, but even maybe negatively?
He's completely changed the club, both from a positive and a negative way. I'm never going to discourage or take him for granted for what he's done, because without him, Chelsea might not even be around today. We might have been the Burnley of 2003, not Burnley, the Bury of 2003. Yeah. So I'll never take him for granted in that aspect, but there are certain things about the club that he's not done well. I could talk about that for a long time, but there's things that can be improved on, and hopefully they can be improved on in the not too distant future, shall we say.
Would you like him to leave?
I'm not sure yet, because I need to see Chelsea next summer once our transfer ban is lifted. Then if you ask me that question, say this time next year, I'll give you a definitive answer.
Okay. Tom, do you then get on with the general knowledge, yeah?
That was exactly what the doctor was ordering, I think. So we've got you double figure set, so you need to get 6 in this round to get into your dream of double figures and top of the guest leaderboard. So without further ado, mate, general knowledge starting in 3, 2, 1. Which country hosted the 1994 World Cup?
America.
Correct. What is Aston Villa's highest Premier League finish?
5th. No, I've said 5th, yep.
Where is the Scottish Cup final held?
Oh, what's it called, the stadium? Pass. I can't remember the name.
What colour do Sampdoria play in?
Blue.
Correct. Who was manager of Huddersfield in their first Premier League campaign?
Oh, what's his name? Pass. I can't remember his name.
Which division do Portsmouth currently play in?
League One.
Correct. How many stints did Gus Hiddink have as manager of the Netherlands?
2.
Correct. Where is the furthest South Korea have reached in a World Cup?
Semi-finals.
Correct. Which player, formerly of Arsenal, has the most FA Cup winners' medals?
Ashley Cole.
Correct. Who did Fulham play in the 2010 Europa League final?
Atletico Madrid.
Correct. Which Premier League club did Brighton play in the M23 derby?
Crystal Palace.
Correct. Which year did Spain make their first World Cup final appearance?
2010.
Correct. How many successive Serie A titles have Juventus won under Conte and Allegri?
8.
Correct. Which city hosted the 2007 Champions League final?
Athens.
Correct. Who did Manchester United face in the final of the 2016 FA Cup? I've started, so I'll finish.
Can you say that again?
Which club did Manchester United face in the final of the 2016 FA Cup?
Crystal Palace.
Correct. And that is a fantastic total, mate. I think possibly up there with number one round score. You got 12 in that round. So that puts your total score up to 16 points, putting you top of the leaderboard, Terry. Very well done, mate.
Cool. Glad to hear. I'm glad I salvaged it at the end.
Yeah, tremendous score there. You certainly pulled yourself back from the brink after round one. But as you said, I think it's going to be a trend that everyone scores higher in Tom's round than they do in mine. But yeah, that does put you top of the leaderboard by, no offence, Matisse, but some way. By 8 points, actually, on 16. Still, if Tom and I were in that leaderboard, I'd still be top by 9 points. But, I think it's for that reason that we're not. Because I think I'd be near the top and Tom would still be near the bottom.
Because you had 2 rounds of me, mate. I had 2 rounds of you. So I think we've got our markers there. But honestly, mate, thank you so much for coming on. It's been an absolute pleasure, Terry. And let's hope you can stay at the top of the leaderboard for as long as possible, guys. So until next Tuesday, where we will have another special guest and player of Football Mastermind, we'll see you very soon.